All right, what's going on, everybody? Ohio 2A Patriot. I have something new today. This is one I picked up online, Palmetto. Probably ordered it like 2 weeks ago. I just got it today at my local shop. Went and picked it up, did all the legal stuff, and went and got it today. Picked it up, and I didn't even barely look at it. Actually, I looked at it for a quick second. This is made by GForce arms. So, this is the other thing in 357 I was talking about. So, let me try to get this out of the camera there without knocking my phone over. So you get this little thing. Then you get a manual of sorts. That's right. It's another lever action. 357. Desiccant pack. I save all these because I put them in with my brass, especially when I get done tumbling them. And I usually let them dry, and then I'll put this in a container with stuff like this, these packs, with the brass to help it dry. So anyway, so here it is. It's got walnuts furniture, and it's 357 mag, like I said. And let me get this box out of the way real quick. And then we'll look at this thing over. Probably could have did this somewhere else. Not so small of an area, but so there it is. I like the straight stock on it. I'm not a big fan of the more Monte Carlo style stocks on a lever action. For some reason, I just don't like it. This one has an 8-round mag, I believe it said on the box, 16.5-inch barrel. One thing I didn't know until I picked it up was the barrel's threaded. I had no idea what size that is. Looks like maybe 5/8 or 9/16. I gotta look and see. It probably says in the manual what it is. Of course, it's got a hammer on it. Lever action. It's got this leather thing, which whatever. I don't know if I like it or not. We'll leave it on there for now. It says stop. Read owner's manual entirely before using this product. Well, I've already kind of looked at it, so that's good enough, right? Yeah, we'll go over it. Maybe another video. Anyway, so one of the things I found as soon as I started looking at this thing, I thought was odd. Not only about the threaded barrel, which I didn't know it came with that, but I also noticed it had this really nice fiber optic sight in the front. And it's got this really weird safety on it. So the safety on this is something I've never seen before. So you see the little red dot right there? To turn the safety on, which actually, I think it's got to be cocked. You just flip that like that, and that's supposed to be like the safety, I guess. But yeah, it does have a little blocker in there for the hammer, which is pretty neat, I guess. Yeah, huh. So this one ejects out the top, which I remember way back in the 90s, I had a Marlin, I think it was a Marlin 336 and 45, I don't know, 3030 I think it was. And it had the same kind of deal where it ejected kind of out of the top. But somebody had put a scope on it. This one does not have any provisions that I can see for any kind of optic, which is fine with me because I don't really ever use those optics on this kind of stuff. But that one did have it. It did have a scope on it. Somebody put an extension on the hammer so you can get to it from the side. And it had kind of a taller scope rings on it. And for some reason, it just worked. It just never jammed on me. Never had no issues. So, anyway, yeah, that was pretty cool. I need to put some oil on this thing a little bit. Just on the moving parts here. It is a side loader. It's not a tube style where you got to go through the end like the Henrys. This one does load from the side. It actually looks like somebody had maybe put a couple rounds in it already. Don't know who. Actually, I did fire this thing 1 or 2 times to make sure it worked when I first brought it home. This one does not say anything about 38 special. It says 357 mag on the barrel. And the rear sight is kind of like a little buckhorn sight. I don't know if you can see it. It's got the little up and down adjustment with the ladder. It also has kind of like the Henry's, where it's got a little piece here. This is dovetailed in, so you can probably move this side to side. So it's probably, I don't see anything on the front, so it's probably only your rear sight adjustable for both ways, which is fine. I like those, actually. It does have a nice little rubber butt pad on it. One thing I did notice right away when I shot this for the first time, 357 Magnum out of this thing. It's not super heavy. It doesn't feel super light or anything, but it doesn't have a ton of weight to it. 357 Magnum in this thing had a little bit of a recoil. In fact, I wasn't paying attention, and my thumb right here whacked me in the cheek right there. So if you're just gonna try one of these out and get one, and this was a heck of a deal on a certain website in down south, and they might still have them. I don't know. This was a heck of a deal. Like, in fact, when I went to pick this up at my local place, trigger is very light too. I went to pick this up today at my local place, and the guy, they sell some GForce guns, shotguns, and rifles. And he even said, he goes, man, he looked at the receipt, it was in the box. He goes, man, we can't even buy them for this price. I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty good deal. So the guy at the store told me, he's like, yeah, we can't even buy them at that price. So it was a really good deal, I guess. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep the leather thing. I might as well, right? It's kind of a mid-size hoop. I had a Rossi years and years ago, Rossi 92, back in the 90s, that had a bigger loop than this. But this is pretty good. This is decent. I like the small ones, but ow, my finger was in there. Yeah, sometimes the medium-sized ones like this are nice too. So this one seems cool, pretty good anyway. I'm gonna put some oil on a couple spots on this. I'm gonna pause you. We'll put my camera outside and we're gonna shoot it. I'm gonna put a few rounds. I want to put like 5 357s through it, and then 5 maybe 38 specials, and just see what there's any difference in accuracy. Then see, and it should shoot everything okay, but just see what it does, just for an initial thing. This thing will probably shoot really nice at 50 yards, and then probably more than that. So we'll I'll pause you. I'll go set some stuff up outside, and we'll check it out real quick. And you guys let me know in the comments, should I do something with the barrel, or should I just leave it like this? I don't really want to put a muzzle brake or nothing on it, but I'm not a suppressor guy either. So anyways, you guys let me know in the comments. We'll pause you. We'll get something set up outside. We'll see how this thing shoots. Alright guys, so I got this thing loaded up with 5 rounds of, I think it's Federal soft points, 158 grain. I'll shoot 5 rounds, and then I will go load it up with 5 rounds of 38 special, 158 grain, just regular jacketed bullet. And we'll see how it does. I'm going to move it back just a little bit, because I just noticed now that red dot's just right around the top of that metal thing. So hopefully we don't destroy my phone. Alright, I'm going to go back about 30 yards. That wasn't horrible. Let me pause it. Alright, so we're back. As you guys saw, so one thing I noticed, and I'm not making excuses or anything, but one thing I noticed right away, you guys saw that fiber optic front bead. It was really hard to decipher what was this and what was that bead. So, and I could see it okay, but this and the bead were kind of doing this kind of thing, and I didn't have a rest. I was just shooting with my arms up off of the Model A cowl thing that's sitting there, that car that's out there. Anyway, so I mean, that's not horrible. That was from the other one down there, but that's not horrible, I guess. I mean, obviously it would have been a little better if I would have had maybe just a black or a white target. So that's not bad. I don't know when these ones, which ones hit where. And it may just, maybe it don't like that ammo. And then the 38, at some point I hit way up there is what I'm thinking. I didn't watch that part of the video or nothing. I'm just going by what I'm seeing. But these all trailed over to the right, which could, maybe the gun don't, maybe it's not. I mean, it's shooting pretty center for some of the way here, but I don't know if it's, maybe the 38's just like to favor a little bit to the one to the right side. I don't know. I do need to shoot a little more. Obviously, this is the first, literally, I think before I shot it off camera when I first brought it home, I think I shot 3 rounds out of it. Now I was aiming at, I got a Magnum 2 thing spinner, the bigger one's like 4 inches. The one on top's I think 2 or 3 inches, and I hit it every time. So I don't know. And like I said, I wasn't shooting off a rest, so that probably would help me if I did that. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna get some. I got some brass. Well, I got plenty of brass. I got those bullets I just got. They're spear hollow points. They're not spear gold dots or none. They're just regular hollow points. And I'm gonna reload some ammo for this thing, or for 357, and see how it does. And I also have some more 357 Magnum ammo someplace in the house. I have to grab that. I got to make sure it's not the same. It might be the same as this I shot today. I'm not sure. This was ammo that I had back here in the cabinet in a Ziploc bag, so it might be the same. I'm not positive. But I got to look and see what I have. And plus I have pistols I could shoot out of as well, so. Yeah, so that's, I mean, I think with a little more shooting, the barrel's not even broke in yet, really. I think with a little more shooting, it'd probably be really good. And I think with a rest or a bag or something, it probably would have been a little bit better than this. Maybe next time I'll try it with just no orange dots, maybe something just a little less bright. But I can decipher the exact site, where the site is versus the target, so that might help me as well. Yeah. So, I guess that's all we got. I gotta do a little more shooting, obviously. This thing, it's actually shot. I like the way it feels and everything. It triggers real nice on it. I like the sights. I'm just not used to that fiber optic front sight. Maybe that's why. I think a black sight probably would be a little more easier to see with something like this. But maybe I'll just choose a different target next time. I just did this because it's what I had. And yeah. So, and while I was at the shop today, my gun shop, picking up this thing, I did actually see something else that I really liked, and I put it on layaway. So there'll be something else coming, and I don't know when. It'll be probably a couple weeks at least. So it's something cool. It's actually something that I had that I ended up selling, and this is almost the exact same thing. It's just a little bit older, but it's in really good shape. And it's something I already have ammo for, so I ain't got to worry about getting more dies and more everything else. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. This is a little bit longer video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and there'll be more on this and more on a lot of other stuff I haven't done videos on, which I'm sure some of you guys are probably waiting for some more of those, so many other videos on other stuff that I got. So we'll see you on the next video, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.